Hello IP students, today our topic is Society Law and Ethics and this is part 6, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about types of software. So basically there are two types of software, proprietary software and open source software, and proprietary software again divided into two basic categories, free software and pay software. So let us take them one by one. First of all, proprietary software, as the name suggests, proprietary software, or sometimes it is also called as closed source software, means that the company that developed the software owns the software and no one may duplicate it or distribute it without that company's permission. And second important thing, users have to pay to the software. Users have to pay to the software company if they want to use the proprietary software, and there are some examples also. These examples are Microsoft Office, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Flash, Corel Office, and Windows 7. These are the examples of proprietary softwares. So basically there are two important points. First of all, proprietary software user have to pay to the software company, first important thing. And second important thing, that uh, user cannot duplicate it or distribute it without the company's permission. So these are the two important points regarding to proprietary softwares. Next term is open source software. So what is open source software? Open source software is a software that is free to use and which provides the original source code used to create it, so that advanced user modified it to make it work better for them. And there are some examples of Linux, Blender, Inkscape. So these are the some examples of Mozilla Firefox. These are the examples of open source software. Open Office. The definition basically contains two important parts. First of all, open source software, source code is available. So here source means source code. Source code is available for users, and the users can modify it, modify the source code for its betterment or its better use. Next is there is a comparison between open source software and proprietary software. So there are three basic comparison in terms of license fee, maintenance and support, and source code access. So let us take them one by one. First of all, in terms of license fee, proprietary software have some license fee. User must pay some license fee regarding to proprietary software, but there is no license fee regarding to open source software. Second difference in terms of maintenance support, for proprietary software commercial support is there, but for open source software community or commercial support if available. Commercial community or commercial support is there only if available. And as far as source code access is concerned, no access for source code, and for proprietary software, and access modification possible for open source software. So these are the basic difference between proprietary software and open source software. Next, there is a detailed discussion about, now there is a chart which describes the difference between proprietary software and open source software. First of all, these are the examples for proprietary software and open source software. And first difference for open source, that purchase with its source code. So open source software always purchase with its source code, and proprietary software purchase without its source code. So that is a major difference between open source software and proprietary software. Second difference is users can get open software for free of charge, but in case of proprietary software, user must pay to get the proprietary software. For open source, users can modify the software, but in case of proprietary software, user cannot modify the software. And in case of open source, user can install software freely into any computer. And for proprietary software, user must have a license from vendors before install into computers. And last point regarding to open source software is no one is responsible to the software. And for proprietary software, full support from vendor if anything happened to the software. So these are the five basic difference between open source software and proprietary software. Now next term which is used is free software. So free software is a matter of liberty, not price. Of course it is free of cost, but here the term free is basically means freedom to run, copy, distribute, study, change and improve the software. So free software is a matter of the users freedom to run, copy, distribute, study, change and improve the software. And to understand the concept, you should think of free as in free speech, not as a freebie. So what does free software means? It is a software that respects the user's right, letting him to do whatever he wants with the software. So in one line we can say that it is a software that respects the user right, letting him to do whatever he wants with the software. And the software is free as in freedom, not as in freeware. This point is already discussed. And there are four essential types of freedom regarding to free software. These are the freedom to run the program as you wish for any purpose, the freedom to study how the program works and changes it so it does your computing as you wish, and third the freedom to redistribute copies so you can help your neighbor, and the freedom to distribute copies of your modified version to others. Next is there is a comparison between free and open source software. For free software, we can say that freedom to run program for any purpose, and for open source software, it has a distribution of license. So open source software are not free software always. Some free softwares are open source software, and some free open source software may be of free software. But as far as free software and open source software definition is concerned, in open source software we can say that it has a distribution of license, but in free software freedom to run program for any purpose. And second difference, freedom to study about programs. And for open source software, availability of source code is there. For free softwares, freedom to distribute copies of softwares, and open source software there is a free distribution. And for free software, freedom to modify, improve programs and release improvement to public. And for open source software, integrity of author's source code. So these are the four basic difference between free software and open source software. Next, there is a very common term known as FLOSS, or sometimes it is called also called as FOSS, free, libre, and open source software, and or free and open source softwares. So it is a basically combination of free software and open source software. So the term FLOSS is used to refer to a software which is both free software as well as open source software. And here the word libre means basically it is a Spanish word means freedom. So libre means freedom. It is a basically Spanish word. So FLOSS refers to free, libre, and open source software, which is a software which is free as well as open source. Next important term is GNUs, and called as GNUs not Unix, and then this is the symbol of GNUs. Actually, it is pronounced as GNU. So what is GNU actually, or GNU is not Unix? GNU stands for GNU is not Unix. First of all, first important point, GNU is not Unix. Basically, it is a Unix-like computer operating system, but unlike Unix, it is free software and contain no Unix code, and it is pronounced as GNU, pronounced as GNU. Sometimes it is also written as GNU, General Public License. It is intended to develop and share software for free for all its users. And the philosophy behind GNU is to produce software that is non-proprietary. Anyone can download, modify, and redistribute GNU software. So, two important points are here. First of all, GNU stands for GNU is not Unix, and it is pronounced as GNU, and it is a Unix-like computer operating system, and it is basically a free software and which contain no Unix code. Next, FSF, and FSF is used basically refers for Free Software Foundation. FSF is Free Software Foundation. FSF is basically a non-profit organization created for the purpose of supporting free software movement. And some important point regarding to FSF, Free Software Foundations. FSF gives mainly 4 freedom to user: freedom to run, freedom to study and adapt it to one's need, freedom to redistribute copies to help others, and freedom to distributing copies of one's modified version. So there are 4 types of freedom which are given to users by Free Software Foundations. Next, OSI. OSI refers for Open Source Initiative, and it is an organization dedicated to cause of promoting open source software. So it is an organization named as OSI. In short, we can say that OSI, Open Source Initiative, and it is basically dedicated to cause of promoting open source software. Next term is freeware. So freeware are the software that is distributed at no cost to the user, and the author maintains the copyright. Basically, software that is copyrighted but can be used freely are called as freeware. So the software that is copyrighted but can be used freely is called as freeware. Next important term is shareware. Shareware refers to the shareware is basically is a combination of two words, share and software. So shareware refers to commercial software that is copyrighted, and it is provided initially free of charge to users just for trying it. Then they will pay if they want to continue to use it. An example of shareware is Windia. So shareware basically refers to the commercial software that is copyrighted, and it is provided initially free of charge to users just for trying it, and then they will pay if they want to continue to use it. So at initially they are free of cost, but later on user will pay some money to it according to the agreement. And shareware also terms as trialware, because at a starting point there is a trial version available to users. That's why sometimes it is called as trialware or demoware. And demoware, because there is a demo version of software is provided to users, is a proprietary software that is provided to users on a limited basis, and only for a certain limit trials. So trials are also limited, and software is provided limit. Second point. Third important point, it restricts uses and any distribution for the commercial purpose, and limited by any combination. When we say that there is a limitation, then limitation be any combination in terms of functionality and availability, availability and convenience, functionality and convenience, or availability or convenience. So there are different types of combination, maybe, or maybe of functionality, availability and convenience in terms of functionality, availability and convenience. So limitation in terms of basically is a combination of functionality, availability or convenience. Next is copylefted software or copyleft software. Copylefted software is a free software whose distribution terms ensure that all copies of all versions carry more or less the same distribution terms. It's called as copylefted softwares. So it ensures that all copies of all versions carry more or less the same distribution term. Next is GNU, and GNU basically refers for General Public License. General Public License, or also called as GPL. It is basically a free and copyleft license for software and other kind of works, and it is intended to guarantee your freedom to share and change all versions of a program to make sure it remains free software for all its user. Next, you have to freedom to distribute copies of free software. That means charge for them if you wish, and that you receive source code or can get it if you want it, and that you can change the software or use pieces of it in new free program. And you have certain responsibilities if you distribute copies of the software, or if you modify it, responsibility to respect the freedom of others. That developers that use the GNU or GPL protect your right with two steps. First step is assert copyright on the software. Second, offer you this license giving you legal permission to copy, distribute and modify it. Now there are some points which basically tells all about GNU. Actually these points are LGPL. So first of all, before getting started with LGPL, let us discuss GNU first. General Public License, also called as GNU or GPL. So GPL user can copy the software. There are four important things regarding to GPL. GPL user can copy the software, distribute the software, charge a fees to distribute the software, and make whatever modification to the software you want. So these are the four important points regarding with GPL, means General Public License. Next point is GNU lesser general public license. As the name suggests, there is a basically one word add to GNU, and that is lesser. So what is the meaning of LGNU? It offers lesser right to work than a standard GPL license, first of all, as the name suggests. And second, the LGPL is used to license free software so that it can be incorporated into both free software and proprietary software. Third, the LGPL and GPL license differ with one major exception. With LGPL, the requirement that you have to release software extension in OpenGPL has been removed, and mostly LGPL is used by libraries. LGPL is also called GNU's library and formerly called as library GPL. So there are two important points regarding to LGNU or LGPL. First of all, LGPL is a term derived from GPL, and there is a one word added to GPL, that is lesser, which means that user have lesser right to work than a standard GPL license. These are the GPL and LGPL are the two types of license. So in LGPLL, there are user have lesser right to work with a standard GPL license. First of all, second thing, LGPL can be incorporated both free software and proprietary software. So LGPL can be incorporated both free software and proprietary software. Third, as far as difference is concerned between LGPL and GPL, so there is one major exception. With LGPL, the requirement that you have to release software extension in OpenGPL has been removed, and LGPL is used by libraries, and formally it is known as library GPL. Now there are some points regarding to LGPL. So in terms of provide copyright protection, LGPL provide copyright protection. Yes, it is true. Can be used by commercial application. LGPL can be used by commercial application. Yes, it is also true. Bug fixes extension must be released to the public domain. So bug fixes and extension must be released to the public domain. It is also true. And provides an explicit patent license. No, it does not provide an explicit patent license. So it is false. And can be used in proprietary closed source application. Yes, this point is already discussed. It is true. And is a valid license? Yes, it is also true. So these are the points regarding to LGPL license. Now let us take a revision of all these terms which we study in this lecture. First of all, types of software. There are two types of software: proprietary software and open source software. And proprietary software basically the types of software or the types of software um, where user have to pay the software company, and they have no right to duplicate it or distribute it. That's why it is called as the proprietary software. An example of proprietary softwares are Microsoft Office, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Flash, etc. Second term is open source software, and here the word source. Source means source code. So source code is available for its users, and not only available, users can modify it and make it better for them. An example of open source software are Linux and Inkscape, OpenOffice, Mozilla. These are the some examples of GIMP and Blender are also examples of open source. These are the example of open source software. In exam, it may be asked that there are different types of softwares given, and it may be asked that categorize into open source software and proprietary software. So you should learn different types of open source software, examples of different types of open source software and proprietary softwares. Next is there is a comparison between open source and proprietary softwares. There is basically three types of comparison in terms of proprietary software and open source software: in terms of license fee, in terms of maintenance support, in terms of software code access. Proprietary software basically have some license fee. It provides some commercial support, and source code is not accessible in terms of proprietary software. But for open source software, there is no license fee, and community or commercial support is there if available. Otherwise, it is not available. Otherwise, community or commercial support is not given, and source code is accessible in for open source software, and modifications are also possible. And as the detailed difference between open source and proprietary software, basically open proprietary softwares are purchased with its source code, and open source software purchased with its source code, but proprietary software purchased without its source code. And for open source software, you can get open source software free of charge. That is another important point. But for proprietary software, you must pay to get the proprietary software. So for proprietary software, you must pay to software company to get proprietary software. So these are the two basic difference between open source software and proprietary software. Next is free software. As the name suggests, free software, it is free of cost, of course, but here free means freedom to run, copy, distribute, study, change, and improve the software. So these are the there are basic four type there are four types of freedoms in it, and the freedom to run the program, freedom to study how the program works, freedom to redistribute copies, and freedom to distribute copies. Next, there is a difference between free and open source software. So freedom to run, for free software, freedom to run program for any purpose, and it has distribute for license. As far as open source software is concerned, for free software, freedom to modify or improve programs and release, and for open source software, integrated to author's source code. Next, FLOSS is basically as a combination of free software and open source software, and it is called, so full form of it is a free, libre, and open source software, where free is libre is a Spanish word, means freedom. GNU is not Unix. GNU is GNU, sometimes called pronounce we can pronounce it as GNU, and that is a symbol of GNUs or GNU. So what is GNU? It is a basically a Unix like computer operating system, but unlike Unix, it is a free software and contain no Unix code. So that is a very important point. It is a Unix like computer operating system, and it is free of cost and pronounced as GNU, and it falls in the category of GNU. It falls in the category of non-proprietary softwares. FSF, Free Software Foundation, basically it is a non-profit organization which created for the purpose of supporting free software movement. Next is Open Source Initiative, OSI. OSI is it is an organization that dedicated to cause of promoting open source software, and short form is OSI. Next is freeware. So it is a basically combination of two words, free and software. So software that are free of cost are also called as freeware, or we can say that software that is distributed at no cost to the user. So software that is distributed to at no cost to the user are also called as freeware. Next is shareware. It is again a combination of two words, share plus software. So shareware refers to the commercial software that is copyrighted, and it is provided initially free of charge. So that is very important part, initially free of charge, but later on user must pay some cost. User must pay cost for use it, to continue to use it. It is also called as trialware or demoware, because in start there is a trial version available for user, or a demo version available for user, and after that, after some time, he will pay money for it. So software is a provided limits, and limits in terms of functionality and availability, or convenience. So any combination of these two terms, functionality, availability, or convenience. Copylefted software is a free software which ensures that all copies of all versions carry more or less the same distribution terms. Here the focus is on same distribution terms. So copylefted means, copylefted software or copyleft software means all copies of all versions carry more or less the same distribution terms. Next is GNU or GPL, General Public License. It is a type of license. Basically, it is a free and copyleft license, and it uh, um, guarantee your freedom to share and change all version of a program to make sure it remains free software for all its user. And last term is LGPL. LGPL LGPL means lesser general public license, so it offers lesser right to work than a standard GPL license. And LGPL is used to license free software so that it can be incorporated for both free software and proprietary software. And for GNU, there are four important points. You should remember all these 4 points. First of all, GNU provides, or GPL provides, copy the right for copy the software, or distribute the software, charge a free to distribute the software, and make whatever modification to the software you want. So these are the 4 types of rights provided by GPL. Thank you for watching this video.